Right up. Thanks for listening in. And of course, the amazing team that's always here can't always be here. This is totally understandable. It would be weird if you always had the time to be here, y'all. Some more cool little ghosts in the house. Norma C's in the house. JW's Alex Fortier. Merci, mon frère. Muchas gracias, amigos. Mix Mayhem in the house. Yay. Hello, family. Hope. All our goodness in spirit. Thanks a lot. Love and light. Hugs sent from the UK, which is right now 6 p.m. I think I made a mistake. Was it? Oh, that's not cool. Somebody asked me what time the stream was, and I wrote 5 p.m. their time, but it was 6 p.m. I'll apologize when the person gets there. Hey, how are you? Oh, damn, my coffee. Give me a second, guys. Things are changing fast. Things are changing fast in the world. We got a lot of news that most of us can't see in Canada now, especially with the new laws that have passed. How you doing, everyone? Darla, thanks a lot for being here. Appreciate that. Star Hunter's in the house. Hauser, I don't want to be screaming in this. Hauser, thanks again for listening in. Mr. Dave Synth, 74th, thank you. Thank you very much. Elias, comment est-ce qu'il va, mon frère? How are you, brother? And I'll be talking about a camping trip. All of us are going. I got Alex is going. We got Elias is going. A whole bunch of us are going to be going leading up to June, July. And we'll let you know in the coming month, May. We'll definitely start talking about it. Those of you that want to go to Ormstown, Quebec to the fair, Ormstown Fair, and for camping, it's all within 5 minutes, maximum 10 minutes range, all in one little circle. To have a little bit of fun for the first time meeting up with the community, which I've never done. JWS, thanks again. Swervin Daily, thanks, guys. And thanks for watching the videos, everyone. I really appreciate it. How are you? Susan Ravella is in the house. Notifications work today. Howdy, Bruce and PSA family. How are you? Susan and Rocky, hope you guys are doing well. Thank you very much for being here. Yes, hey, thank you very much. Those of you bouncing here and there. Hello to the X platform, as always, the saviors of this channel. Meet the other saviors, the family that come here on YouTube. There's no more viewers on YouTube. That's a little scary. And I know a lot of you are going to say, what do you mean there's no viewers? Yana pas. None. Handful. 60, 70 every 2 or 3 days from the platform, and they're weaning everyone out. And it's funny. The ones that are hated, you hear, that everyone bugs most of the time, Alex, Darla. Well, you guys are keeping the channel going like the X platform is, but at the same time, the ideal is to block the traffic entirely. Don't get me wrong. The governments are blocking out the traffic through AI. If I did have one video that showed something on the moon, they'd block me out for sure. And I'm banned. But you got a little bit of extra fun, through phishing and the trolls and the little applications, sort of little light hacker applications that, cause a lot of problems. We're lucky with the streams. We always have good streams. I can't ever say that the streams were attacked, and when they are, like the first time on Rumble, it's always the same person usually that does so. 10 a.m. in California. Thank you very much. I'm going to start memorizing these times. It's not very hard, Bruce. Remember 3 times. Can Bruce? USA, UK. Are you okay? Yeah. Me in my mind sometimes. It's easier to film UFOs on the moon. Star Hunter, thanks again, man, for being here. All the support all of you do to help the channel grow, which I hope it will. Social Blade says we will be at 103,000 subscribers tomorrow. I hope so. I'm not trying to bring on any negative energy, but I would highly doubt that. Azur Nativ, merci beaucoup. Let me know if I'm screaming into this mic, you guys. Mike doesn't like getting screamed at. The Real Wayno, thank you very much, sir. Norma, Bruce is live on YT. Rumble is having a problem. Oh, that could be Norma. Stand by. Stand by, Norma. I will go. I'm getting a reading here. I'll go check that out for you right now, my dear friend Norma. Let's see what's happening on Zerumbul. Let me see. Maybe it's okay now. I know I'm late in the videos, right? Oops. Okay. Well, so far it's okay. I don't want to look at that ad because I'm not allowed. But we will see. Let me know, Norma. Hey, you guys here. Mix Mayhem in the house. Everyone rocks. I appreciate it. David from Connecticut. Thanks a lot, brother. Nice to see you. Miss LA in the house. How are you? How's the new job, LA? Took rest afternoon off. Nausea after my ultrasound. Oh, I hope you're feeling better in a couple of hours. We'll send you some energy. Thanks for keeping me company. Listen, our pleasure, as always. Thanks for listening in, LA. Appreciate that. Thanks for being here, Mr. Wayno. And for all that are members and all that you guys do. If you're here just watching the video or saying hello, it helps. Grip Ripper. Thanks, buddy. Jules of Southern Oregon in the house. Wilson in the chat, hit that like button, please, guys. If it really helps the channel, and it does, and if there's no likes, well, the silly algorithm, unfortunately, YouTube will not share me out to more people. That's the reason why there's only 58 watching right now. 7 on Rumble. It's funny, guys, I got 100 views on the Eclipse video. I'm sharing my research out also on Twitter. I think of it, so imagine. But that's how it is. Kazoo biting the wires again. I'm excited because of the news and everything that's that they're holding back. Actually, I'm expecting it to come out in a big way. We're going to see a whole lot of things. O.J. Simpson gone. He's a goner. Admitted to the murders before leaving. Not interested in getting into that. We all knew it anyways. Odiente Alex, thank you, sir. Bill, how's it going, brother? Thanks for coming back, Bill. Appreciate it, man. Yann et Rookie dans la maison. Merci, mon frère. Hey, good luck, LA. Get your rest today, so be top shape tomorrow. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys, for the buffering. There's definitely problems over Quebec, and we had problems with the lines here actually. During even leading up to the eclipse, there were problems with the lines here. They were all burnt, by the way. We had the cable guys smelling the wires. Then I had the people jumping in the comments saying, no, the eclipse cannot burn the wires. The eclipse cannot burn the wires. And meanwhile, in the news, they say we may experience cell phone issues. Yeah, there's a lot to do with the burning of the wires. I'm not saying that the moon is zapping the wire, but because of the magnetism, there's a whole lot of things that are being affected. One, the atmosphere around Earth is completely and entirely affected by an eclipse, by alignments. It's true. We're going to get into that video in 16 minutes at 1:30 exactly. It's 1:14 right now. It's an interesting video. I hope you will listen in. We're going to listen to an abductee, whether you believe it or not, or whether you believe any testimonies. I rarely spend many hours showing them. There's one woman that saw something in 1973, which was an interesting testimony. I'm going to fast forward it as she speaks. Then we're going to see a variety of things, get into my research, showing you, those of you who have seen it before, the blue line, we won't linger long on it. I'm going to re-show you exactly where objects are lifting up from the ground. CERN, Avi Loeb, Harvard professor, just mentioned that's his theory, could be a possibility of the lights that are being seen, rising up. And he didn't say rising up, the lights in general in the sky, right? Not the satellites, trolls, the real UFOs. that could be related to CERN. And I think that's really interesting because CERN is beaming up into the ionosphere and, a microwave point, and they can bring the point to any size they want, maybe not any size, but different sizes. They can change the shape of the size. That's why some of the close UFO encounters here, especially the one and only one that came really close to me, feet from me, it could have been CERN also. You guys know it. I was talking about this in 2022, and only now this is coming out. Why am I saying this? Because guys, you guys touch on theories. I touch on a lot of theories that happen to come out in the news afterwards, and it's proven, right? Do you remember, you guys, a lot of you telling me, Bruce, I think those lights that you're filming are actually portals to other dimensions where into the physical world you can enter. And you know what? We could probably even exit from those portals. But the UFO discussion has become extremely complex, and it's very, very out there, almost far-fetched for some, for a lot, for most, even for me sometimes. So it's going to be hard for a lot of people to get into the possibilities of, let alone quasi projecting themselves out of the physical realms and worlds. Nobody knows about this stuff, nor do I. And what I'm reading and studying about could be just hearsay or whatnot. But I mean, some of us are doing investigative researching, whether it be for a hobby or whether it be for, your work, your job, truth. If you want to find it, you're gonna have to look for it. You're gonna have to look hard for it also, because there's so many lies out there. But eventually, it's easy. It's easy to see what lies. It's easy to see a lot of, I call it like the fabrics of space and time. You sort of see, like in the Truman Show, literally the wall with a cloud painted on it. Look carefully. Confucius says, look around, analyze everything, remember everything. Why do you think? Because if you just open your eyes a little bit, all of us, if we just open our eyes a little bit, we see a lot of stuff. We see a lot of stuff. And unless you're on all fours walking around looking at your plants and studying the insects in your yard, no, there's a lot of things you're not going to notice. A lot of people don't even look up to the sky, which is surprising, looking up to the sky of all things. Norma, yesterday too, eh? Thanks for letting me know that, Norma. It seems to be working now. Don't forget thumbs up, right on. Thank you, Norma. Love ya. I appreciate that. Crazy Music Space Jam. You guys can also check out his channel. Most of us here do. We have streams on the weekend. He has tons of instruments and a lot more than me, and beautiful instruments, and he's got the programs and everything. Seriously, come and join us on the weekend. Go check out his streams that he has there right now. And he also speaks English, by the way. He's mainly speaking English because there's always English people there. Not enough invading the stream, but thanks again, Mr. Grip. Armstrong 33. Aloha. Thank you very much. Thanks, you guys. Western Illinois, right on, Bill. 118. We're approaching 130. Trying to keep my word here. Right on. California House 626. Right on. Thank you very much. California, another place on my bucket list that I will never be able to visit. I should never say never. Arizona, there's a whole bunch of them. I want to see, I want to go to Nevada. I want to go to Area 51. Maybe some people will laugh like hell. Everyone wants to go there, but people living there want to leave there probably. I don't know. It would be an interesting, Route 66, the highway, little alien, have a beer there, just sit there and say, hey, I'm Canadian. And I wanted to organize a trip. I was going to with our friend Marty, sadly, who passed away, who was also building his observatory, actually. You can look back at my videos and find those videos out. But seriously, going down there and organizing a trip also in the States, if it wouldn't have been for the pandemic and all these weird things and the Biden administration, all the weirdos out there, and Trudeau too, they're all weird, eh? UK, Germany, France, Macron, there's nobody's, he was complaining about wanting to invade Russia, and he just bought $304 million of fuel in 2024 so far. Ooh, Alex Jones was posting that, making me laugh. We got Saturn flashing. So we saw at one point, just for entertainment, we saw an orb or dust alien, let's call it. We won't get people mad. No, we saw something cool right there, right? Because we're not going to hide it there. We're not children. We know that dust can appear on a camera. Light comes in a window, dust can appear on a camera. So that's why it's important to analyze stuff. We'll have some fun with it. See if it'll happen more often. Don't forget, I've been here for years, and that's only the third time it ever happened. Okay. Yes, my house is clean. I have more dust in the Milky Way and on the moon here, but still, right there, a nice sort of orb, cool orb appeared, and went from here to out there. Okay. And I just saw another one in the video we're going to see, which was just really cool. So, for your entertainment, take 20 seconds during the stream to show you that. Don't get offended. Don't get mad. Okay. Um, I show UFO videos for you to try to believe me. I won't show the dust bunnies for you to try to believe me. But the problem is, a UFO, a satellite, a plane, a helicopter, a drone may appear the same in the sky. Depth of field, distances, height. This, all has to be taken into consideration. I've even filmed the little, I call them the glowworms, the fireflies flying around here. It's not the same. Satellite's not like a UFO, especially not with infrared. The light is seen very differently. But is it hard to manipulate videos or to try to pretend that you're filming certain things? No, that's why I keep mentioning it. That's why I keep mentioning it a lot. But at one point, you gather so much proof and information about a given subject, like UFOs, for example. They say it doesn't reoccur, it becomes data. They're not going to look at it again, but I'm getting the same captures over and over again. So they're going to have to look at it. And they are going to talk about it. The only reason, like I'll say in the video, that my research isn't getting out, it's because the real research that they want to hide will not get out. Same reason why Stephen Greer's on his own, why David Grush can't get out, while Luis Elizondo is still under, testimonies and stuff. And now they're asking him if he's part of a psyop or whatnot, which he could be, but I'm not ruling that out. But who would I be to say, Luis Elizondo, I don't believe him. I think he's a cuckoo. Or hey, Luis Elizondo's right, you guys. If you don't believe me, you're an idiot. Why would I say that? We don't know if our lives ourselves are real and where we're from. So, but it's interesting. We're not stupid. With common sense, when you look at videos together, you see certain things. That's why you got to analyze characteristics. Like the little critter you're going to see beside me in a second, looks like it comes from my head. When you see that, yes, Bruce has critters in his head, dust in his head. When you see it, there's always a way of analyzing characteristics, analyzing what the object does. It's pretty big actually what comes out or from behind me, and you're going to see it changes directions and it goes right to Saturn. Pretty cool. There's my little treasure there on the wall against the all-seeing eye, against the evil eye. So if anyone wants to evil eye me, I like the attention. You can give it a try, but it works. Oh, it works. Check out my crazy videos, guys. The videos of ghosts and stuff in my home. The fires that started my home. For me, I wanted to make a channel and show everything that people don't usually see in the public. And people say, "Why don't you continue your ghost videos?" It's not something that you get every day. It's not like UFOs every day. And that's another thing. People say the guy gets UFOs every day. This sucks. Aren't you done showing us your UFOs? Yeah, I know. You got hundreds of UFOs rising up from your backyard. Get over it. I'm like, what? What the hell are you talking about? Me one night, guys, I was outside and I was filming the UFOs out in the sky. And I said, guys, not again, because more were rising up. It was about 11:30 and I wanted to go inside. I said, anyways, guys, I'm done. I went inside. They were still rising up and flashing me. But it's just, some people see it. Some people don't. For whatever the reason. Thanks, LA. 17 on Rumble, I'll take it. I will absolutely take it. But again, it's the same amazing people, the 23 usually that go there, and some of them remain anonymous. And listen, not everybody can talk, but listen, absolutely. Refresh. I've had headaches since the eclipse. Thanks for sharing that, brother. Like if you were like me, I tried to notice everything possible even now after the eclipse, something can happen. Like, don't forget, if the biggest earthquake happens in a week, people will still say is because of the eclipse, possibly, or we're still close to the eclipse having just gone happened there. $125. At least the aliens bring people back. Otherwise, would never know. That's a scary one. Right, you are. As a matter of fact, the abductee that we're going to see in a moment, you can tell that she's in a government building. You can tell that the person is asking her questions, almost not almost deliberately making her, admit all that it was dark and admit that it was hard to see. Instead, she's not biting the woman. She's innocent too. She's like just talking. Back from a sighting in 1973. Silojo, thank you very much. Hello, all. I believe it. Don't know who's involved yet for sure, but I've seen shit here in the mountains of BC. Thank you so much, Silojo. No, yes, British Columbia for sure, for sure. Canada, pretty much all of Canada, there are sightings, and especially you in British Columbia because you're bordering other countries, right? The states, first of all. And what happens is the UFOs that are in the states are all at the end of California, water around there, San Francisco areas, and then certain states, Las Vegas, Nevada, and all that. But then you go into the other edge at the end of the states, and it starts up again close to British Columbia. There's a map you can actually see to visualize that. But yeah, there's definitely activity going on around Canada, and not everybody has a camera, right? Like a lot of us see things, even me, often I'm outside, I'll see something and it's like, ah, oh, damn it. I wish I had the camera to see that. And you just know it's not something normal. Max Free Player. Wow. Thank you so much. Hey, thanks a lot. Wow. Thank you guys. Wow. Mr. Luke, Nathan McGlynn White. How's it going, brother? You're going to have to come on eventually and say hello to us. I saw you on my brother the other day. Great chat, brother. Diane Robert. Thank you so much, you guys. You guys rock. Really appreciate that. Right before we get on to the stream, if any other contributions come in during the stream, I will thank you because now we can see them. Finally, Ask Me says, you exit and enter in the Arctic where all the nations have treaties. Ask Me, 100%. I've actually been talking about that many years ago, that I believe they enter from the Arctic. As a matter of fact, I had mentioned this because we were talking about the ozone. You get to December, usually every year, the ozone is back to par and it reforms and shuts itself. But August, November, September, August, September, more November to December, I'm not too sure around those months. Last year, 2023, the hole was at its biggest. But if you just look at the belts that are wrapped around Earth, okay, first a small belt, first of all, it wraps around and it ends at the two poles, and that's where you see that there's nothing there. So yeah, of course, I believe absolutely 100,000% that if aliens are coming into the physical world, would probably also be through there. Keep in mind, Avi Loeb, Harvard professor, again with a grain of salt, mentioned that CERN, the lights that we're seeing could have to do with CERN. That could be a lie too, eh? I'm just shooting that out there. Often you'll hear me, if you're new to the channel, that could be a lie. That could be a lie. I don't even think it is, but I'm not confirming anything. I'm open-minded on any and every theory. So thank you very much, Elias. Switzerland, salut. Thank you very much. Max, free player, welcome. There's a couple of people now from Switzerland that are coming by, and I thank you very much. I think it's my friend from Switzerland that came here and commented the other day, must have shared out my channel. Thanks, guys. That's a major contribution. Again, Diane, Max, Luke, thanks, guys. Really appreciate that. 129. Hey, Eric Norberg. I think I just speak of the devil. Yeah. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate that, Eric. You want to help me on Patreon, guys? Absolutely. Every video has the links in the description if you want to help out for a couple of Canadian dollars, which are not worth much anymore, but it helps the channel advance. And support in any way. If you're here, it's a major support. Just that. Diane, how are you? I think we should raise. Oh, Keith. No, I got one, man. I got fun already going. Thank you very much, man. Travel Canary Islands. Listen, best place in the world for astrophotography. You rock, man. A lot of people are supporting the channel as much as the traffic's being blocked. My event fundraiser, often the mods share it out here. You'll see it not on the streams, but on the videos. I post the link to be able to contribute. And very recently, Kristen Kruger and Christy and Keith and a bunch of other people have contributed. Thank you very much, y'all. Appreciate that. Never been to all those places, and I live in California. Hey, listen, ask me. I totally hear you. Before we're going to jump in that video now. I never visited my own province. There's a place called Bruce's Peninsula in Ontario, a couple hours from here. Blue lakes, like looks like a blue ocean, like in the south, right? And there's a sanctuary of birds there, and I've never even been. Often we don't visit our own, you know. I was able to visit Niagara Falls, not that far away, far enough, but thanks so much for being here, everyone. I'm going to jump into a video. Yo Naga in the house. Thank you very much. Hello, Mr. Bruce and everyone. Appreciate that. Matthew, good child. Hi. Thanks, man. I can never answer everyone. I wish I could. I try though. I do pretty damn good, I think. Thank you very much, Mix Mayhem. Hey, a lot of people. Yes, our brother Kai. Kai's in the house. I'm in low speed data. Sorry if I'm late or miss someone. Absolutely, brother. It's all good, my friend. WT Smart's in the house, Virginia, where they launched the sound rockets. Apparently, you guys were in a very, very good spot to see the eclipse. You must have seen some good stuff. Thanks, WT Smart. Welcome, guys. If any of you are new to the channel, thanks so much for being here. Read the Bible. It helps us not to be lost. Ask Me says. Thank you very much for that. Awesome piece of information. A lot of us do so here. I ponder it myself. Oh, goody. Sounds, I can't wait. Don't say itchy hair. You're going to make me do like I was doing to making the guy scratch his nose. And I was making a guy in the House of Commons flip the other day. I wish I had a pair. Set up the email address, Donna? No, I'm kidding. Not allowed having those, so it's not you put on big motherfucking rings and geez, I'm all naked today. I don't have anything on. Ready for the video, guys? Let's do it. And I hope you hear the volume okay. In that, let's do this. Thanks again for listening in, all of you. I'm going to watch a good video today. An interesting video. More interesting logos. People are tired of seeing my logos. Every time Bruce tries to come out in a big way. Come out. That sounds gay. I was talking about the research. Sorry. Do you see the, what are they called? Hodgkin twins? One of the video they showed some guy, black guy, hilarious, goes, this is how we act in our end. I won't mention the end. And he goes, this is how my people act in Atlanta. And he goes, makes like a really funny face. You guys got to check out those guys. I love them to pieces. I think they're hilarious. Entire screen. Okay, Bruce, carry on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's do it. We're going to present the stream now. Y'all ready? Hope you're going to be listening in because it's interesting. About 23 minutes. Forgive me. Enjoy. Hi. Thanks a lot for listening in, everyone. So we have the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, NIM Aviation. They added a new feature to their logo, and that's right, a UFO. Now, we were talking about this just a couple of years back on how we must be vigilant or aware or look around for fun or not, serious or not. If you're interested in finding out truth for the fun of it, or because your life depends on it, it's up to you. But the UFOs that were integrated in this logo, along with this logo from the Roswell police station, which is very interesting. There could be some speculation as to why they did this. Come on, guys. The Air Force with a UFO on it when people are actually accusing them of driving around in UFOs and stealing alien tech and keeping it from the public. For me, it's just exciting times to be alive because everything already, even if they stop talking about UFOs for the rest of the time I'm alive, I have enough information from what I've seen to know that something is definitely going on. Protect and serve those that land here and not the people, of course. Are they actually protecting the secret? Well, obviously they are protecting the secret. And since when have they been around? Wow.
1891.
The end of the 1800s. Same time John Lear told me that Pentagon people knew all about the moon structures. And since I like stupid, silly patterns, if you look up over top, it says there's green lasers that go down to only 4 letters out of the police word, which signifies, oh, well, I see. Little joke. This is the area where UFOs rise up, where all the paranormal activity happens. Yes, paranormal, no matter what you want to call it. That line that's always there, but not always seen, was definitely seen when that summer where the light was different. And I've seen it twice. And where are the Never before is it more important for me to show you this, because a lot of you, a couple of years ago when I showed it, we're talking about blue beam. A couple of you were talking about CERN. Like everyone's talking about CERN now, beaming stuff. I have UFO videos with infrared camera getting a beam back from the Milky Way after flashing it with a green laser. All these videos are here, guys. So over my house directly, this line is in that tree there, and you're going to see it really vaguely, some variety here, and all the UFOs that are rising up from that very damn same spot. UFOs rising up from that exact area there. And you'll see as I move around, like I'm doing now, literally going left and right, walking around on the porch. I'm not showing the whole video. I cut it. You can see that line is clearly there. That is the exact area they rise from. It's very easy for me to show all this and prove all this. It's not easy to have traffic here. You can see black and white or in color or even in the negative, which I will show you. That line is there. Now, where are the UFOs rising? Exactly there. So is that beam of light coming from space or is it coming from the ground? UFOs are rising up from the ground. They are all absolutely invisible to the naked eye, can only be seen with infrared cameras, and the infrared cameras having a hard time sometimes picking them up depending on the lighting. They're coming from the ground, whether they're coming up through the ground or appearing very close to the surface of the ground. Look at the explosions that are happening at the same time, and they're not going in the same directions. Here's one descending in the sky, exactly right now over where that blue line is rising, and then disappears. And look at them all rising. The more I show the public, the less traffic comes by here, and the more I'm being blocked. I'm blocked on all social media, even having mail problems now. But I usually see them with the naked eye when I'm using my infrared camera. These, we cannot see them. I'm in Montreal, Quebec, in the Montérégie. I'm just on the outskirts of Montreal, and the skies are filled here. They're coming up beside a 5G tower and biological lab, and they're coming up beside a hydro junction and high towering lines that go all the way to the St. Lawrence and down to St. Anisette. Okay, I hope you know things are going to get crazy in my videos. I haven't shown you anything yet. These are UFOs lifting up that are invisible to the naked eye, seen with the infrared camera, and over 300 UFOs in an hour. Watch. In real time, I have over 3,500 UFOs all documented. Watch the time-lapse video at the end of the year. The people online that are telling the truth are the people with the footage. Quite simply, nobody has this footage. Don't listen to them. The UFOs are coming directly from the tip of this tree line, and you could even see that the leaves are darker because the blue line is literally in the tree. That's the exact area where they recently, well, let's say 2 years ago, set up 6 new streetlights. They said it was because the buildings were there, but in reality, UFOs are coming up from that very, very bright spot, day and night. This is a real research channel. I'm researching 24/7. I also see UFOs during the daytime in that exact area. There was one just on the corner of the edge of my house, right over the house. Check it out. Daytime UFOs. It's all rare, exclusive sightings and captures that you can only see here on the Bruce Sees All channel. And I'm not even able to grow it. I don't use sponsors, never had any. Do this strictly for free with my community and gathering in all the help in any way and every way that you guys can help the channel, even by being here watching these videos. There's another UFO going down from the sky. People say Bruce only shows one line of satellites rising up, and I don't. And I'm proud to take the time to show you all. The planes are close by and watching them rise from extremely low. So what does that tell you if I'm showing you the plane and I'm showing you UFOs thousands of feet below it rising up? It's proof. Nobody shows UFOs rising from the ground. People are filming lights in the sky up over top. I'm on the ground here. How many of you have the same lightning strike in the same area every time there's a storm? Well, I do, and it's always there. Look at one there coming down from the sky. This over years I've accumulated like 50 to 100 captures and sightings of many things like natural phenomenon, lightning, but it's always on the tree, and the UFOs rise up, and that's also where that blue line is, where I showed you at the beginning of the video. So there could be something, and I repeat, there could be something related to that, and I'm just documenting everything and anything that I see in the sky. So that is the area. I study ufology. My name is Bruce Swartz. I'm Canadian. Please share me out. Don't only share Bruce Sees All name, share Bruce Swartz. I'm a person. Garpan Ufology at the 5th Congress Ufological International in Montreal. Experience the science. I was invited to be there to present my work. This is the UAP UFO International Academic and Civilian Ufological Community's response, as I was part of the response. And that line of media, both television and radio, very popular on the bottom, are all the ones that know me and that have my research. A lot of people still don't believe me today that my research was seen by the Pentagon, the Space Force, and Garpan Ufology, and it's right there. And my work is being presented on a giant platform of ufologists that respond to the Pentagon's UFO sightings and whatnot, and reports, and there I am. There's the work, and it's on Garpan Ufology channel. And you see popular ufologists that a lot of you say you should listen to him, you should listen to him. They know me. A lot of them know me. Why, my friends, are people like me, whistleblowers, being held back, and you that are trying to bring truth out? I have a Spanish channel, Astronomia of Nice. I have a French channel. I have this English channel and other platforms on Rumble now that I'm starting, showing incredible, rare, exclusive UFO videos that no one's been showing to the public, actually. This is why they are holding me back. Understand that Luis Elizondo, David Grush, even Linda Moulton Howe, I'm just shooting names out, whether I believe them or not. Okay, these people are not even getting out, can't even get their story out. David Grush, I mentioned him. There's lots of them, okay? Why? Well, it's because they're breaking down the Pentagon, the CIA, those 3-letter associations that are corrupt and holding back the truth from coming out. They are being dismantled right now, and eventually and very soon, yes, civilians ourselves, will be able to share our stories. Hey guys, you want to see satellites? Well, there's Venus. Venus isn't in my tree. You got to look up. Yeah, that's what happens. We have, for the longest time, I stuck around 98,000 some subscribers. And the more I talk, about anyone, whether it be Stanley Kubrick or NASA or just any of the truth or lies that, are out there, well, people don't really want to hear the truth, I think. I'm not sure, but it's almost like they don't want to hear the truth, even when seeing proof. Stanley Kubrick did many meetings with the government, and for what reasons? Director Stanley Kubrick, why? What's he directing? Where did he disappear to, that president? What are they doing at this base? Right? It's all there. Studios. That's how they do it. And that's how they did it. For sure, they never went to the moon. And if they did go to the moon, well, they didn't go the way they told the public. So I don't fight about you that believe that they went to the moon, because you know why? You could be very well right, as I. Whether they went or not, I'm not going to confirm it. But we know for a fact, with all the information that we have around us online and things that happened in the past, we could tell that in relationship to, the liars from the Apollo landing and the ones involved in recreating a fake moon landing, if, and I say if, that's what they did. What the hell's this? Stanley Kubrick in the studio. It can't be more obvious, it really can't be more obvious than it is, right? I'm telling you, NASA people know a lot of filmatographers. I wonder why. Is it really just to make their documentaries, or is it to stump the public and to lie to the public about what's actually really happening? This video is not going to be able to be monetized, unfortunately, even though I showed 99% of my research. So please support this channel by liking it, by leaving a comment, by subscribing to this channel. And he's passing the broom now. Another day over. Cut. We'll continue tomorrow. More cigarettes and coffee. Boot prints. Stanley Kubrick would have to have, files, private files to look at that. What the hell is a filmographer looking with a lens at the footprint? Well, to recreate the footprint. Stanley Kubrick wants to recreate reality through fakery, right? Man is on the moon. Thanks for being here, everyone. We're going to hear from an abductee. Something happened in 1973. Very interesting story. I'm going to fast forward her speech a little bit so we can get through it. It's less than 5 minutes. Enjoy. Listen to what she's saying.
I think that your incident was before or after that one? I believe because I was watching them from my car, so I know it had to be after. Oh, so you watched it from your car before? Yes. Okay, so it couldn't have been the same time either. Okay, so and this is like Calvin. So they left twice. When they brought Calvin and Troy back, when they brought them back from the spaceship, it took off, and that's when I seen it go down. They like to follow the river on the roads and stuff that's using for maps. You were outside or inside the car? I was inside the car. And he was inside the car. Both of you were inside the car. Okay. And I'm looking down, and I seen Calvin and Charlie down there fishing, and so I'm looking what's going on all around me, because I had nothing else to do. So when I look off in the distance, I seen which I thought was an airplane come over towards Crochet, come in my view, and so I'm just watching it, and I'm thinking, oh, that's a UFO.
You'll notice that in this interview, there's lots of cuts, and she's not asking the questions that you're going to want her to ask. Like, they're not asking what, shape was a UFO. They're not asking, but you'll see when they ask a question or they get close to finding that out, you'll see there's cuts.
Just say something. I'm gonna watch that. I get distracted easily. I'm always looking at it. What's that? I'm just gonna watch that and see what that does. I'm saying entertainment. Just because I was bored, and so it kind of like there's Highway 90. It followed the length of the
The ideal is to get them friendly, to get them relaxed, and then just turn around and they'll just maybe say something that they shouldn't have.
The Highway 90 stayed right there like it was a map. And it come down, and right before we had a drawbridge back then, it's not the same bridge. And right before it got to the drawbridge, it crossed over and come down. And I told him, I didn't know there was a little airstrip over there because it come down like it was landing.
And that was on the other side of the river by where Charlie and
where Charlie was at. And it came down, and when it come down, it's come up behind where they were at, it come up behind them.
Okay.
And so it kind of was in the marsh, but I'm thinking it's a little space place up there where they can land, landing place. But it wasn't. It was they were just hovering over the marsh.
And then what did you see happen?
Well, when I seen it come up behind them, which I didn't know that's what it was doing because it done got dark.
That's what I was wondering too. Was it kind of like, could you see very well, or was it dark?
It was dark. It done got dark, yeah. And it was coming up behind them. That's what Calvin said. He seen the.
I'm sorry, I can't help it. Can you see very well, or was it dark? Some of you are going to say it's a normal question, but in reality, they need testimony of them saying two things. It was dark. It was hard to see. Did you see the person, what they looked like? Because she will be asked that. And she says they look like people. And then the girl saying, you just sort of saw a silhouette, right? You'll see. Anyways, I find she's being pushed.
Blue lights and those cops.
Yes.
I'm on this side trespassing. I'm on this side watching from afar. And I see the lights, the blue lights flashing. It was like both of the lights were like
blue lights flashing.
And it was coming up behind them. And when it got up behind them, that's what he said. He thought, well, we're in trouble, Charlie.
Okay.
But anyway, I seen it when the door opened.
How did it open?
It
Like
just,
side to side? Or
yeah,
Okay. Okay, like an elevator,
Yeah.
but you were two
Yeah,
sides.
it's opened up. The bright light come through. The bright white light come through. It's very bright. And I seen the three UFO guys come out.
Aliens.
Whatever they are. But see, at the time I didn't know that's what that was.
Right.
I'm watching from a distance, not really knowing what I'm seeing.
Was it different? Yeah, so did it look more just like shadows almost, or
No, it looked like people. I mean, from where I was at, I'm looking at people.
the people coming out of this craft?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, anyway, they come out. They went down to where they were at. Calvin and Charlie was at, and I seen when they brought them back, and Calvin had Calvin by the arm and had Charlie by the arm, and Calvin is slumped over. He looks like he's passed out, and Charlie, he's kind of like hanging on there. He's not as scared.
Okay.
He's not as scared as what Calvin was. Anyway, they took him up into the spacecraft, and it was like 30 minutes later. Like I said, didn't know exactly what was happening over there. I was watching from afar until later on, and then they come back out. They brought him out and took him back down to the waterfront, set him down where they were at before, and that's when I got back in the craft and it took off straight up.
So how long do you think they were?
They were in there about 30 minutes.
30 minutes, okay.
And so that's when I seen it go down.
So you saw a lot of cuts there because a lot of information that she gave for sure.
And come back, the spacecraft, and then it went back down, and that's when I turned my husband up.
I believe it. When did you first meet Calvin Parker?
The first time I actually seen him was when he got abducted.
You were there, had someone to relate to.
But everything that happened that night between Calvin and Charlie with the aliens was it's got I seen it all. I seen the whole thing. I seen it when it come down. I seen it from a distance when it was coming from Gaucher. It looked like to me that it had come off the water, because it come over and it started following the path of the highway.
Interesting.
And it's following the highway because I watched it, and it came all the way down right before it got to the drawbridge, which was there at the time. It crossed over and it started coming down. I said, "Wonder where that plane's going?" I said, "There's not no little aircraft thing over there for them to land."
How secretive the government would have to be. You saw the phone in the background. This is a governmental office. That a woman experienced something back in 1973, and she's only now, if the video is recent, in 2024, talking about this event in 1973. I like the way, how birds follow highways and they follow, routes like rivers, and they try to locate certain features of the surface to be able to know exactly where they're going to get their bearings. Well, UFOs could possibly be doing the same thing. So if they arrive always in the same area, it could be because that's a clear area where they can arrive into the physical world, or from wherever they're coming from if they are already in the physical world, and they can appear in that same area. So they would try to appear beside maybe often the same place all the time. But often they say that there's no data out there. Regions in Ontario this year, apparently lots of activity. Yes, lots of activity, and lots of activity here in Quebec. And now with the Sky Project Canada, they are going to associate themselves and work along the same lines of what the UAP task force is doing. We have a list of whistleblowers waiting. There we go again. Our little alien up in the corner. Thanks for coming by. So we're waiting for Ross Coulthard
to tell us about, that was beautiful, to tell us about the whistleblowers, the testimonies, and we will hear firsthand testimony, people talking about their experiences and maybe some very scary stuff, because it's not all going to be, you know, rainbows and cherries. Forgive me for using rainbow as a good example, but either way, the truth is going to come out. We see all the logo changes. We see all the way the abductees are being are coming out of the woodworks right now. So how many more from Roswell time to now have people been interviewed and questioned, right? So do you notice how she was being questioned? She was continually being asked, yeah, it was dark, right? Yeah, it was dark. It was dark. Yeah, it was pretty dark. Like, was it too dark for you to see? Like, they don't want her to tell the truth, right? When somebody comes out and is getting all this popularity, or, you know, people around them, and, you know, free coffee, I'm sure, and food while they're being interviewed, the cops are like, hey, thank you so much for the military people. Thank you so much. We'll be in contact with you if we hear anything else. If you hear anything else, let us know. They're right away going to be putting you on a list, and they're going to be watching you. They're going to be watching your area and probably listening and tapping into your phone lines. Maybe some people will say, well, Bruce, that sounds a little crazy, but I don't think so, because I think it's easy, as we all know, especially the US knows that, and Canada, that our lines are being tapped. So they can very easily tap into anyone's line and continually listen to them, and just not bring it up until they get the information they need. They can listen to you and not ever let you know, and just use that information all the time. You know, eyes and ears. Have you ever seen the movie 1984? It's true. You know, it's a reality that's happening. So abductees like that, back in 1973, talking about a blue UFO. Notice in the coming days, weeks, months, maybe years, we'll hear a lot more about those blue UFOs. I have some footage of the blue UFOs. First place that I saw them was beside the moon. Lots of activity, yes, lots of activity, and lots of activity here in Quebec. And now with the Sky Project Canada, they are going to associate themselves and work along the same lines of what the UAP task force is doing. We have a list of whistleblowers waiting. There we go again. Our little alien up in the corner.
Let's have a little bit of fun. Just entertainment, guys. Don't get mad at me. For those that are interested, though, check it out. The very precise exact point from the last live stream where an object came up and went that direction exactly. Look how clear that one was. That was cool. Dust is fun.
The hell is that?
The UFO coming down from the sky, but at first it was two lights. I thought they were separating, but it looks like they're trying to become one. And then I realized they were becoming one.
Holy shit. Slow? That was a plane at the beginning. Wait a minute. What the hell? Is it actually going down, or is it just...
Listen, I see the craziest shit.
Whatever it is, I hope it makes a cool video.
That was the first time I mentioned CERN beaming in the atmosphere years ago.
What the hell? Whatever it is, I hope it makes a cool video.
Oh, it's cool, all right.
What the hell?
Believe it or not, you're going to see me ask a UFO in the sky to impress me and fly away from me at fast rates of speed, and he does.
This
There
one's
it goes.
this
I
one-
love when they do that.
they hate this one.
Take off, my friend. Precious. Picking up speed. Thanks a lot. See you soon. Awesome.
So I asked him to take off, and he did.
There it goes. I love when they do that. Take off, my friend. Precious.
You see the depth of field going outwards away from me at faster rates of speed.
Thanks a lot. See you soon. Awesome. There it goes. I love it when they do that.
Slow
Take off,
down.
my friend. Precious.
Watch it go into the screen and not across the screen.
Picking up speed.
And it goes fast.
Thanks a lot. See you soon. Awesome.
Wednesday, 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern stream, and we have the Friday, 1 p.m. and 8 p.m. stream. See you there.
So if you're here today, well, you participated in one of the streams to get an idea of what type of show, I guess, that I can try to present. Lots of research. Hello. Lots of research, that I can show everyone. And again, I'm working on this at night. Yesterday, what you saw today is everything that I was pondering on and looking at. I did a research, been 2 days on the logo changes and the UFO changes. This is, a lot of you have even told me, Bruce, it really looks like soft disclosure where they're going to start integrating certain things and showing more things. You all know it's a process. It's going to take many years, right? And by them doing that for many years, it takes them a long time, us, the public, to be able to know the truth. And most of the time, when we do know some truth, the story could even have been changed, or we wait till people die, right? Like Neil Armstrong. Okay. Wait till Buzz passes away. I gotta be careful what I say because the shit that I say happens when he dies. They are going to talk more about the moon. I'm almost positive. Everyone that was working on the Apollo missions back in the day are in their 80s, at least, if not a lot older. Some of them would be if they are or not still alive today. That's the way I look at it. And the suppression, a lot of people are oh yeah, Keith, these are great ideals, guys. And I'm doing that more this year. You could be sure. There's even some people in the Valleyfield region that are investing in getting infrared cameras, and I am going to make some evenings. There's a lot of people now in Montreal that are interacting, that are stopping by. Thank you so much. And Ormstown's not that far from you guys up there. You're about 20-30 minutes away with the new highways, the 30 and everything. It's fast enough to get down here. It's highway to get here, and then it's highway back. I'm just along the border here. Lots of UFOs, guys. And I'm in an area where large planes, you'll see in Ormstown, there's planes all over the sky. But where I am right here, there's none, right? I'm in God, Manchester. Yep. My town starts with the word good because he's all around me. There's energy all around me here. I've always felt him. It, her, them, God. No, I don't know what it is. God's energy, right? Leave it at that. I leave it at that. I'm not interested to know more than that. Whether we're on a flat globe or not, which it's not, it's potato shaped, I believe. But again, that's just my suggestion. I think it's awesome that people come here that have your own opinions. Not a lot of you, but probably quite a few of you disagree sometimes with my opinions and theories. But hey, my opinions and theories are just opinions and theories. What you see here, I'm not confirming anything. Sure, I'm a ufologist because I studied ufology. I don't have any governmental ufology papers or cards, never took a course whatsoever. Often people that become ufologists are not the ones getting the work, right? They're the professionals that are analyzing and, documenting the characteristics and studying and analyzing and giving their hypothesis and, both factual and theoretical on what they're analyzing through characteristics of different sightings and captures. But I'm getting all of this stuff. And since I've been young, I've been interacting a lot with, I don't know what, but it's beautiful. And I've had some good experiences. I love sharing them. If you guys say I interact with demons, I respect that. Those of you that know that I'm interacting with angels, I respect that too. But we have our own opinions. Those of you that are atheists that are here, lots of you that are watching the channel because you love my moon videos and whatnot, you can still watch it without feeling indoctrinated. I'm not here to indoctrinate everyone. I'm not a Democrat. you know? Wow. Isn't that funny? It's all to help me, eh? Radon gas. Yep. People have to look at it like in the office. I kept putting on the the alarms, but Michael kept throwing them out. Now the like button disappeared. Thank you for letting me know, though, LA. You know, we have both things here. We have trolls and there's YouTube glitches. That is so sad when that happens. But that's nothing. A lot of people that try to contribute can't contribute to the channel. I get emails a lot from people telling me that. The email, obviously, you all must know that the trolls are signing me up to email accounts and to get letters and newsletters, and they're signing me up to everything from Avon to fish companies to artificial intelligence companies. One, it was an advertising company. I wanted a guy to advertise for me, and I wanted to pay big money and stuff. I wanted him to reach me. I'm getting all this mail. So they do that. And when somebody says, Bridget, you took my email, I go look sometimes, and in 15 minutes, I get like 200-300 emails, which is ridiculous. And somebody says, put them in spam. Yeah, my spam's full. You understand it? An email is fluttered. Every month I delete 54,000 emails. Hard to imagine. If somebody says, Bruce, be looking the other day, somebody was saying, hey, Bruce, Morning Star, or whatever the hell the name was, has been emailing you. It was to advertise every time about that channel. A lot of people do that. Sometimes people are authentically advertising. Sometimes people are serious, like just really want other people to go see other channels, and I'm all for it. Star Hunter, Black Knight Satellite, I appreciate that, and thank you for being here as always since the time that you've all been here. I really appreciate it, guys. Yeah, thanks, man. I've honestly never had that problem before. I'm scrolling down. Hey, Kai's in the house. Hillbilly here too. Same. Key says Michigan waving hi. Bella B is in the house. Thank you very much. Why hasn't any of these truthers shared the truth of humanity and the big secret? It makes me think we are fed lies from everyone. And you're right. You're right, Bella B. You're absolutely right. I have no idea if even the whistleblowers that I'm watching are actually telling the truth, because, if you're like me, and most of you are, innocent until proven guilty is a little bit of how I think. Not because I was indoctrinated, but why blame someone? Someone will come out with a dirty shirt of his house. Maybe he was fixing a sink, and he only has beautiful, expensive silk clothing. So he put on this old shirt to go cut the grass, and neighbors go, look at the welfare, right? We're very judgmental. And but that goes to show you how easy it is for the government to stump us. They show us something and we're like fish in the sea. We go right to the lure, which is normal because your brain is continually having to decipher what's real and what's not. Some people become more mixed up, and everything's a lie to everyone. Oh, invasion. There's a UFO in my yard. Nope, that's an invasion. Or some people think it's a hologram. Walk right through the craft and bump his head. No, it's a hologram, because we believe a certain thing, right? There's a Wi-Fi signal bouncing up and down. Let me grab my cold coffee. Be right back. Thank you very much for that phone call. Thank you very much for that call, you guys. So I don't know how I was way off. So let me go back up. Why hasn't any of these truthers shared the truth of humanity and the big secret? It makes me think we are fed lies from everyone. I'm so sorry. I was responding to you, Bella B. I don't know if you heard me or not, but absolutely right. It's too bad. So upsetting. I just said some really, really cool stuff. I'm a spur of the moment guy. So like I was saying, I don't remember anymore, but it was important what I said too. Well, it really pisses me off. Oh well, too bad. It was so complex what I just said. I was so into the moment. It was smart too. Got my haircut done today. Blade all over and costed €12. Feels great. Damn right, man. Listen, bro, haircuts are so damn expensive. Yeah, €12. I bet you it's like €150, right? A real haircut when we go out in, well, real haircut. You know what I mean? Go to these big salons and it costs, so much money. I was telling Bella B that, you know, everything that's presented out there. Let me read again. Why hasn't any of these truthers shared the truth of humanity? Because that's what brought me to say what I said. And the big secret it makes me think we are fed lies from everyone. They lure us. We are the fish, basically what I was saying. We're fish in the sea. And we're all hungry. We all have to eat. And we all know that the only place to go get that food is on the lure. If not, we got to eat another fish. So you go towards the lure. But then you start going towards the lure and there's never any food on it. Or it looks like food, but it's not food when you get close. One point, you're going to stop going towards the lure and you're going to start wising up. But that screws with people's minds because then you get people that are more mixed up. You get people, thanks for the call, by the way. My volume was off. Yeah, you get more people more confused when they have to try to find out what's a truth or what's a lie. Most people are just going to never mind bothering or not believe either side and whatnot. This is all deliberate artificial intelligence. It's a futuristic war done with frequencies. Wars in space now, done with frequencies. They're attacking the cultures. You got big pharma attacking us and all that. They're all sold out. 3-letter associations in the States that are being dismantled. I said it. I meant it. It's happening, right? We knew about this 3 or 4 years ago, really, right? Came out with John F. Kennedy, what happened, the CIA and everything. But every single American I've ever spoken to knew that it was the CIA. You've all told me that. You've all, spoken about that. But that's how it is, So the same way we get lured, by the government, well, that they play with our minds. What do they want? The people, they want this. Well, sell them that, but it's going to be really something else. So they, propaganda, advertising and all that. It's a real hoax. Honestly, we live in a real world that is a real simulation. So I had a hard time with that one. I'll be okay with it being a simulation, but it's a physical simulation. It's actually a physical simulation. We're here. Wherever here is. A lot of people feel that they're grounded and that they're on the ground. No human has ever been grounded. No human has ever been on the ground. And we're all traveling at least 1,000 kilometers an hour all the time, changing places. And we're traveling around the Milky Way with the sun, different places. So I've always thought that maybe a little silly for some, but when I look up in the sky, every 5-10 minutes, I say to myself, we'll never be back here again, ever in time, ever come back. And that would be satirical. That would be satire if we're actually time travelers and that we have come back, Are we time traveling now? Imagine, I always thought if time traveling existed, and I know it doesn't mean we could do it because we can't. If we could do it, I always felt that it would feel like the real length. So if I was teleport myself back to 1995, that it would take the length. I would feel like it took till 1995 to get back. I don't trust time traveling right now quite yet. As a matter of fact, I haven't even trusted planes yet, and they're on the way out. Imagine planes coming in from the Wright brothers and then going out. Were the Wright brothers confronted by, or doing secret projects? Well, pretty obvious, I think that, yeah, all this was happening back in the days for sure. Edward Cassidy, right from Scotland, right on. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Jules, I love you for it. Thank you, you guys. Sexy Luke got his haircut, ready to go. Eclipse brought the negativity away, brother. We're ready to wait for the UFO news that is about to that is hitting the stands every day. Me, it's been 6 months at least. I go on Google and I type in, because I have to, I type in UFO news, and I get these purple links that you see coming up that I've already clicked on years ago. Still, it's like the UFO news stopped, whether it be because of the Canadian sea bills that came out. Get informed with that if you're in Canada, if you're podcaster, or of course, I'm not a big popular person. It's a good thing, because I would have been in trouble. Big podcasters and stuff like that would have caused me a lot of problems having my community continue to come and see me. Like if Joe Rogan was Canadian, well, his podcast would have been over right there. I hear you, Bella B. But you know what? It's good. There's very good news, and a lot of good things are happening. And they lost the elites. You'll never see another pandemic like we saw until they regain power. But it's on the way out. They're all on the way out. Just look what's happening in the Congress. Everything. I was laughing the other day when they were talking about, we will not go back to the moon because the moon is only 12 miles from shore to shore, and it's a floating island, and it's going to tip over on one side. I should post that and then just cut off to that and show the base on the moon, like Sinus Area Mountain. You know how stupid they sound? The government's doing that. I think those are deliberate psyop things that happen. You see Biden come on and say something crazy. There's something they have to hide right now. Something seriously important for them to hide. I don't know exactly what it is yet. I'm kidding. I was just pretending the audio was off. Starseed 62, welcome. Thanks a lot. South Africa, thanks for coming back. It's not your first time. And if so, thank you, because I have yet again a few friends from South Africa. You rock, my friend. Thank you very much. J.M. Johnson. Hi, thanks, guys. Has a beach named after my family. Hey, that's awesome. I wish I was that important. You know who's head of the criminal division for the Justice Department of the United States of America? Bruce Swartz. And you know what? I often thought that because I'm always putting my name up there, Bruce Swartz, space-related stuff, that guy is space-related stuff in criminal division for the Justice Department, that maybe our names would clash. Like maybe if you had, I'll tell you what, if you go type in Bruce's music, you'll go to Bruce Springsteen's channel, not my channel, my music channel. I guess it depends on how popular you are. That's how it is. Like you just go on YouTube and you type in RO and you'll see Joe Rogan. You're not even typing in Joe, and you go right to his channel. I wish it was like that for everyone. That'd be cool. Thanks for being here, brother. My pleasure, Bella B. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. JM Johnson 77. Thanks again, Wyatt 30. I didn't see Wyatt 30. Sorry if I'm jumping over. Wyatt not showed up. No, I'm kidding. David Pauldis, Missing 411, has lots of information to browse and trying to keep on top the general knowledge. Right on, Armstrong 33. Thank you very much. I'm strolling all the way down now. I'm living on the edge, going all the way down. That sounds bad. Yeah, good stream, brother. I shut it out, man. Shut it out while you guys were streaming. I was busy with the UFO and Eclipse videos. I was supposed to have a stream with my brother. He called me up. Bruce, we got to do a stream before the eclipse of all the interesting points of the eclipse. Also, a couple of points, maybe in the Bible of what they're talking about, demon related or UFO related, phenomena related. There's lots of stuff in that Bible, whether you're religious or not. Jason knows them all. So that would have been an interesting stream to happen again, but we will. But yeah, that was the night that the electricity was down here. We're having problems. Béa, pas grave, je regarde comme les enfants, les images. Je te remercie beaucoup. T'aimes fort, Béa. Un bon petit stream dimanche. On va tout parler de plein de choses ensemble. Absolutely, they could. And me, where they're emerging right here. They're 1.9 kilometers away, 1.8 kilometers away. It's just at the 2,000 foot length. Those lights that you're seeing with my 1,200 yard, I guess miles, or no, not miles, 1,200 yards, they say, or something with the infrared camera. You could see very well some of the lights that are even large rising up. And for those that are new to the channel, thanks for listening in. This is every single clear night. Now they're announcing 4 or 5 days of rain. Hopefully not, but we'll see. Okie dokie. Thanks for coming back, my friends. That's awesome. Oh, wow. Ireland. Wow. Another place on my bucket list. Bella, thanks for finding it interesting, the blue line, guys. That line was stationary for an hour or two, and obviously close to the sunset. You could see it was in the middle of the afternoon there. We weren't even at the sunset yet, but it was coming an hour or two away from the sunset, maybe an hour and a half away, an hour away. And we started seeing that line there in the sky. Everything that occurs here, the tornado that happened in this town years ago, and the one I filmed that was about to start, happened right in the middle of my screen there, Bella B. There's lots of videos that I have where right there where I show those trees, like the lightning strikes that you saw, it's all happening there. It is all happening there. There's something that's causing a lot of energy to occur there. You could look it up if you want. St. Anisette, warmest water in all of Canada. We have scientific people researching why the water is so warm in the St. Lawrence right there, St. Charles, St. Lawrence, whatever, St. Anisette. And I'm telling you guys, those are things that are not in the news. They don't talk about that in the news. They're talking about all of the provinces today that have the best sightings for UFOs. No mention of Quebec yet. But Quebec is the capital of the world in UFO sighting. Did you know that? Montreal. UFOs here are off the charts. They declared in Canada like 1,600 sightings all year. And it's so stupid because in 2 weeks, I was able to film for 7 to 9 days in 2 complete weeks. And in those 7 to 9 days, I documented 1,600 UFOs. And that's in less than a weekend. That's in less than 2 weeks, right? It was in the period of 2 weeks, but in only 9 days of filming. So in other words, I filmed Monday, Tuesday it was raining, Wednesday it was cloudy, Thursday I filmed or whatever. And it's continual. The lights that are rising up people don't have videos of lights rising up from the ground. They're showing them go by in the sky. I've been doing it for years. Never was I in the trees. I've never showed you the trees at all the first 3 or 4 years that I showed the infrared. Never filmed there except only once when Neowise, the comet, I caught that. I got that video up too if you want to see what a comet looks like. So people got mad at the last Eclipse video and said, Bruce, it's not a comet. You're right, guys. It wasn't a comet. And you guys said it's Jupiter or Venus. I get it because that's what was beside the moon. I never said opposite. I was the first one in the video to say Venus, and my reaction when I said the stars are out, there's only one light in the sky. There were no stars out. Not one, by the way, actually just one. Venus was 6 to 10 to 15 times bigger than it ever was. If it was Venus, it didn't look like Venus. It looked like a stop sign. And that's why I mentioned it. So like I said, as a ufologist, I document all the characteristics. That's what I have to do. If I want to consider myself a ufologist, I don't follow norms. I'm here to expose truth. No matter how I do it, whether I do it with a clown hat, whether I do it bald or hairy, it's going to be the truth that's going to be shown here. Wait till this summer hits, guys. The UFO videos, the phenomena I see in the sky, maybe another one's going to land or come down really close to me. It's unprecedented. It's unique. exclusively just here, what I'm showing. They're not showing it to the public. You can be sure NASA has much better videos, but they're not showing it to the public. Diane, Robert, you guys, thanks again. Jules, thank you very much. I love you guys so much. We had another amazing stream as always. We have another stream this evening on top of it. I thank you all for the comments, you guys. Count Derbula. Anytime, brother. Any of you want to come on, you are always more than welcome. And I hope you'll probably be on with Jason again or whatnot. That was awesome, man. Southwest SW says, I'll tell you the truth. One of those sparkling fancy pants tried to kidnap me, mate. I swear if I didn't snap out of it, the trance, they would have got him. Back in the 1990s, I'm a believer. SW, love from Canada. I thank you so much for stopping by. This is the beautiful part of the internet. People can come on, leak out like you just did, pure honest truth. And most often, only the people that have had that experience or that are believers are going to appreciate it. But I assure you, my friend, a lot of people do. I have no reason to doubt anyone. I was asked a lot if I was abducted or not. It's just from what I understood is that apparently, I guess I was too trusting, maybe, or maybe a little naive that I was being brought somewhere. I'm careful what I say. I don't say a ship because I've never seen any sign of it being a ship. Have I ever felt the butterflies up and down? Yeah, to the point of even throwing up, and a lot. And it to the point where every time I thought I was dreaming, it was always coming back down in this horrible feeling of falling, which still could be coincidence or not. But the people that see the real stuff and that share it, the government doesn't have to be worried about it, because if and it obviously is true what you said, people are just going to blow it off, most of them. And even the ones that do think it's real, well, they'll either remember your story and just say, yeah, well, there's another one. Yeah, he's telling the truth. A lot of us do. And me, it's just a beautiful thing. The more I hear of people talking about their encounters and stuff, and it's actually thanks to most of you here that I opened up even a little bit more, because I hold back a lot, not with my research, but when it comes to the things that happen to me, it's just things that are defying laws of physics. So I'm careful with what I say, but I pretty much told you guys everything that goes on. But I just don't want it to be because I say I see spirits and that I can show them, that I want people to subscribe and stop by to grow the channel. If you're interested in truth or the unknown, and it just even horrifies you and you want to find out more about it, I suggest that you stop by and subscribe. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, for sure, brother. They're doing that. Nothing is what we understand, LA. Right, you are. Horrible, 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 horrible. They got us all, eh? They got us all. Everyone on this planet, they got us all. And I'm go back to shows like Seinfeld. Now my mind's really, 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 really returning. You hear them say things like Cheerios, have Cheerios, give them to your kids, what do you eat in the morning? Nothing but Cheerios. Like, you're always eating your Cheerios. I love my Cheerios. Don't buy them. They're poison, right? But back in the days, it's like you could tell who back in the day was part of the simulation, or very, very convincing, illusion that we live in. Be honest with you. A lot of people are awake. I'm awake enough. I'm seeing it all happening. And I go back to watch things like older shows, and I never remember the name of the shows. It was a bunch of investigators. No, is that Taxi? What the hell's wrong with me? Bunch of investigators. Man, I'm not talking about Matlock or anything. Police officers from the States, must have been in Boston or something. They got a real Boston-y voice. And they said somebody that came in jail in this episode from the early 1980s came in, was in jail, and said the New World order is in charge. They're taking over. They were talking about aliens. They were talking about a whole bunch of things. And he started screaming out and he's saying, it's made to be normal looking and everything around you is really corrupt. And the guy's saying, take it down. He goes, this guy's a nutcase, a real nutcase. And then he goes on saying, well, you'll be let out today and stuff. I hope no hard feelings from the police station. So no, absolutely. Thank you very much for letting me go. Before he left in the 1982 or 85, whatever episode, the guy leans in and he says, I'm one of them. So that back in the day, the New World Order, a lot of people said, real smart saying the New World Order, but that was actually in documentation in the States at that very moment. And years before that, Bush administration, Papa Bush, Baby Bush, and they were showing that out in the episodes. So we see today Family Guy, Simpsons, and cartoons that are talking about things that are going to happen. You can't laugh at it, guys. Harris losing her earring, dressed in purple, being becoming vice president and stuff like that. It's all been leaked out, and nobody's predicting anything. It's already written. Everything that's going to be done and happen is written out, and some people leak out that information. A lot of people get killed for leaking out that information, but it gets onto the internet, right? They spy on us through the internet, so they need it. People say, oh my gosh, YouTube is going to go down one day because of all this crap. Nope. They need YouTube, they need Facebook, FBI to watch what people are doing. It's a tool they have. And what a better way of allowing people to come into the area of the tool using area, Facebook, and just pick up and document all their addresses and everything. How many times has Gizmo, the alien that owns Facebook, right? Zuckerman or Zucker. How many times has he been in Congress being asked questions as to, well, why are you gathering information and addresses, and why are you gathering information about where people on Facebook go to? It's because they're a bunch of idiot thugs, and they want to the diversity kings, and they're the fact and truth checkers, right? They want to tell you that two plus two is 5. They want to tell you, which I think it is. They want to tell you everything that you have to believe, right? Sort of like they're waterboarding you, or water drop on your forehead. You can go through about 50 water drops. Water drop 51 is going to be like a baseball bat. Water drop 151 is going to be like a truck is hitting you. And that's how they do it. They get to control you slowly. This is part of the CIA and everything, all the ops, special secret and shit. They do that, right? The ideal now is not to infiltrate quickly countries, is to do it over long periods of time. The same way they want to do the New World Order over 100 years and just, eventually succeed to it. And we will, like Bush said, right? It's all there. And people are like literally looking at what they're saying right in front of us. They're literally telling me we're going to do this to you. And people are like, oh, well, what's over there? Walk away. It's not that we don't care. We're preoccupied with our families, paying our debts. Some of us are sick. Some of us just got over cancer. Some of us just got them. Some of us lost family members. We're always doing something else. We don't have time just to sit down and skim through the bullshit. But in reality, they got us by the nuts all the time. That's how they're doing it. Out to get you. World AKA McFly 2010. I've seen this with my wife in night sky. Hundreds were swirling up to a point in the western sky. Thank you very much for sharing that. It seemed like a drain was drawing them in. It was amazing to watch for several nights. It's very important what you said. They were going inside of something. If you look up wormhole or portal, it still is something that is fictional, right? It's science fiction. It's hearsay if you look it up on Google. Yet they're explaining now, CERN themselves are opening up portals, even though they may be smaller portals, but we say smaller portal. Do you agree with me that CERN is going to beam out way out of the ionosphere? Maybe they can't. Could be. But as far as they can, to try to see if they can't blow some friggin' planet up for the fun of it. Just so happens, since CERN has been even built and active, honestly, look at it in the research. Go research back. You're going to laugh. Look the year before CERN was open, how many planets and stars exploded. Don't hear anything of it. CERN's opened and you start hearing of these galaxies that are moving around. You're hearing about the merging nebulae and galaxies. The Milky Way is also merging. It's merging. We're getting closer into where that big black hole is that was first designated a star. It flashes. If you have an infrared camera, guys, look up in the Milky Way and you're going to see a great big flash. I got a laser beaming flash back from the Milky Way. You'll see UFOs leaving certain stars, flashing and appearing. It's all over the sky. It's so beautiful. There's so much activity all around us, and people have no idea how much exactly is out there. That's why they have to keep telling people that it's satellites, or you can't see UFOs, right? And stuff like that. They say it's like, oh, it's a drone, or oh, it's this, and oh, it's that. No, it's not. It's not drones. Yeah. Same, man. Listen, William, how's it going, brother? Sorry for the late replies, guys. Bruce has a portal by his house, 100 freaking percent. My old house on 3 acres had a city underground. I think you had vaguely mentioned that. I used to hear people and things, machinery. That freaks me out. I love that. I love hearing that, though. I also believe there were craft cloaked in my field. I believe that. I absolutely believe that. Right on, Bella B. Thank you very much. Geez, there were that many people here. How awesome was that? Let me scroll all the way down. Oh, geez, there were that many people. That bad. Okay, I get it. Casa Nostra, I just saw. Seriously? His Highness? Seriously, I was that low. 32 on Rumble. That's good. Bob Down is in the house. Troubles is, Bruce, there are so many CERNs all over the world. Yes, I know. And I heard there's more than one CERN. The biggest Hadron Collider, they say. Is it even the biggest one? As a matter of fact, I think I see them making Earth a Hadron Collider, thanks to Nikola Tesla, where they're going to be able to grab the energy from the center of Earth. And, see, this is the problem. We're not there yet to be able to harvest the energy. We know that we can do it, but knowing you can do something and actually physically doing something is different, right? The eclipse, the moon wasn't there. So that means there's an invisible planet or shield circle that's big as the sun, because that's the biggest object in our solar system, that hides maybe any of the objects. If you go back and look at the eclipse video, I show you the last little nudge of where the moon is touching the sun. And then the minute it gets off, it is nowhere in the sky, nowhere to be seen in the sky. So a lot of people had theories. Well, it could be Earth shadow. Sure. I got a lot of open-minded theories. Black hole sun, right? Maybe during an eclipse, it's actually just a large object that comes by and resets itself while something happens in the back of the sun. Maybe there's a massive explosion that would kill off Earth every time the sun, maybe that's what was going to happen. And maybe what we witnessed as what we call an eclipse was literally the world being saved once every 1,000 years. We wouldn't know it, eh? We'd look up, yep, eclipse is over. Back to school, back to work, back to doing the dishes, back to talking on the phone, right? We have no idea what the stars and planets even are. And we've never been off our planet, not me anyways. Well, not through frequency, astrally, definitely. But I've never left my planet physically, I hope, and not remembered seeing it. We don't know what Earth looks like. Flat or not, we're stuck on it. Say to yourself that is for sure. So crop circles, Howick, Quebec. Look it up. It's right beside Ormstown, where we're all going to meet for camping this summer. Howick, Quebec, 12 crop circles, 2009. Police, MUFON investigators, and news media were in the field. Howick is a tiny town. It has no lights at all. It has no gas station. It used to. It still has the old gas. I think it does, but a small one. And it has the old pump where it goes really, really high up, and you see like the globe in the back from the early 1900s, the old 7-Up sign hanging off a metal pole, rusted pole. Love it, because it's like you feel like you're in 1978 when you're in Howick. Not to insult people there. I love it. I'm sure the people in Howick love living there too, because there's nothing there. You either live in a house or you're not there. So say to yourself, you go into that town, everyone's working, it'll be empty. It's like a ghost town. But all around Howick, Quebec, go on Google Earth, Google Maps, Howick Howiec, Quebec. Zoom out and zoom in and look at the vast hundreds of kilometers around what is only corn and barley fields here. That's where UFOs land. That's where they leave crop circles. We see them a lot here. So, as a matter of fact, the area that I'm showing you that UFOs are launching literally from low on the ground is but 11 to maybe 12 kilometers away from where I am right now, Howiec, Quebec. So, it's like at the end of the line. It's like the game is over. Get to the end of the Mario Brothers game, and it's just a stupid little monkey holding a princess or something. You know, is that Donkey Kong? Maybe I'm a little mixed up. Not a big game player. Count Derpula says, I believe in God, so therefore I know the devil is real. God doesn't lie. Amen to that, my friend. I can see Dr. Schwartz using a stethoscope to the ground now. Oh, yes. Oh, hey, that's pretty smart, actually. That is pretty smart, actually. Or for those that don't know, if you want to be able to make something that you can hear very well and far with coils. If you lie on your mattress and you lay your head down on your mattress, do you know that you hear the cars outside better than if you lift up your head off the It's true, you know. I know it's stupid, but it's true. It is definitely true. Yeah, a stethoscope. The same way as highness, like they are X-raying, doing a sonde to a sonogram to Earth's core, because they want to know, why Earth's core has stopped. And don't forget, almost a year ago was possibly, if not already, started to turn the other way. Isn't that crazy? Lots of things happening. And a lot of you tell me, Bruce, it could all be normal. Yes, it could all be normal. Natural things happening. Remember the scene in Battlestar Galactica? That was the word I was looking for yesterday. I was saying Galactica. I was saying it wrong. I've never seen it, but I know it because of The Office. Isn't that stupid? When the ships come in after a jump, I saw that one morning at 7 a.m., at least a 100 memory card full in my phone. Of course, TETs, the memory card is full. That is always what happens. Always what happens. Doppelgangers. Yep. Yeah, same grip. When we were born, probably. I think the worry is the comet's gravity. Headache. Headache because I don't like wearing glasses. I don't even need them, and they hurt my eyes. When I was 12, imagine 49 now. I was almost a baby when I got the glasses, and it's like I was never able to have bad enough eyesight to be able to see through them. Yeah, well, I was experimenting. You know, when they were telling you, do you see better like this or like this? Let's try it again. Like this or like this? One more time. Like this or like this? And I'd go, no difference. And you go, okay. What about like this? Or hang on. This. One more time. Like this or this. I'd go, no difference. You know what that meant? I have good eyesight. He was saying that I had a stronger eye. I have 20, is my left eye was stronger. So it's 21/20 or something like that. So years ago. Metallic liquid hydrogen is the fifth state of matter. Of course. I'd be lying if I said I knew that. When the log rolls over, we'll all be dead. Well, what if we throw that log through the wood chipper? We could try. Yep, like stopwatch, time stops. I believe that. And can you, in theory, Armstrong 33, I believe that there are increments where everyone is perfectly timed, same frequency, going on and off, on and off. You know those videos where you see someone that is just in the field by himself? There's maybe 16 of them, and they're like this, not moving. I believe in those things. Little gaps in reality, little gaps, just like Trump. You know? Yeah, there are little gaps in the matrix. Very real gaps in the matrix, for sure. I was going to say something about pumps, but I won't. Yeah, gravity pumps are cool. So do the way that, they work, several UFOs, different types of propulsion systems. I think so, LA. Definitely. Multidimensional existence of self doppelgangers are parasites. Scary, eh? Very, very scary. Or imagine we're all coming back in parallel worlds depending on what you do. Like you murder someone and all of a sudden, well, there's someone that's born and it's you again. There's that bad part of you back. Every time you do a good action, a good part of you is born. If you do more bad, well, more bad parts of you are born and more bad parts of you die if you're born. And more hopper. Anyways. CERN want to build a 60-mile. I'm sure. How many of you just choked on your coffee? CERN want to build a 60-mile radius collider. Hey, why not? Build an amusement park in there at the same time so people can get on. They can charge them for rides as they're spinning around the collider at almost the speed of light. CERN want to build a 60-mile long radius collider. Now, just what will that do? Maybe the Earth collapse in on itself, implode. What the F exactly? Or maybe like some of the idiot Democrats in the state said, maybe Earth will flip over. Except, well, it could with the force of energy. Listen, to implode on itself, it is a possibility, eh? Opening up a black hole and sucking us in. I hope they suck us in quickly because I don't want to feel any of that, to be honest with you. What if we live a molecule of a fart of cosmic being? Absolutely. And you know what? Luckily, we're in one hell of a big one. So we're going to last a little longer. That's the wind, you see. We're just at the end of the pant leg. We're just about to be sprayed into someone's face. Oh, Kai, why the hell do you make me say these things? Yeah, 10-4 on that, His Highness. Paranormal channel. Hello, Bruce, and thanks for coming back. All other human and humanoids, namaste. Thank you very much. Same to you. The Bruce is loose. Absolutely. I was a big boy. 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 In school, they used to call me Bruce the Moose. Sometimes Bruce Juice. Didn't like that one. We are far more than four times. The eclipse was the best time to see where the sun is scrubbing at present. Yeah, absolutely. Through space as its atmospheric is expanding too. There may be trouble ahead. Yeah, that's some truth, right? We're not saying, hey, we're all going to die, but even if it's a natural phase, everything is always dying, right? Everything is always being born or dying. We evolve, expand, grow, get big, get small, die, stretch out, get wrinkly. So do planets. That's exactly what's happening, with planets. So do pants. But there might be trouble ahead. Absolutely. Life does stink. Speaking of stink, have any of you smelt a scent in the air? Well, in the past, I said it a week leading up to the eclipse and during the eclipse, hours before, it stank. It stank of a chemical from a fire. So like something burnt or something. Whether I got hiccups now, excuse me. Whether it has to do with the eclipse or not, I'm not sure. But Guys and gals, I really want to thank you for coming in. Asylums and mental health long-term care and flat costs or sponsorship programs because we don't want the government controlling it. I hear you, Armstrong 33. Right on. Right on. Hey, C. Lojo says 6 chemtrails above my house just while watching this show. Goodbye, blue sky. C. Lojo, thank you so much for stopping by. It is sad, eh? And the worst of it is that I don't know if you're like me. Once in a while, I'm not lingering on this all the time, but I talk to the neighbors and saying, "Look at them spraying the damn sky." And he goes, "It's all the people going by." Yeah, people going by, but they don't know about the chemtrails at all. But it's funny they know about the contrails, though. Immediately they'll say that's a contrail, or if they don't know, they're going to say, "Well, it's normal. All planes have smoke behind them." Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You know, poison can be invisible, right? You know. Thanks again, everyone. So we're gonna end the stream there. We had another good one. I'd love a wood chipper. I'd put everything in it. I'd make, like old guitars and speakers and magnets and ball bearings. I just want to see what happens. I'll put on glasses. I'll stand behind a barrier cement wall or something to see what's going on. I don't have Facebook either. That's right, my friend. We are all frequencies. Absolutely. Dwayne. Hey, my friend. Thanks a lot, brother. Steven. Thank you, bro. Got 20/30 vision with glasses on. Steven, thanks for sharing that, man. So yeah, you will see a lot of the structures of my thing. See, this is my brain. I thought that 1%, 21% instead of 20/20 vision was what was causing me to see the moon more easily than other people, because some people still can't see it. And how uneducated, when I hear somebody come by the channel and say, "Bruce, I'm sorry, I can't see shit." If I'm showing you a building, of course you can see it. Whoops, telephone. Well, I am going to get off. Darla, she's down. Explosion, not the house. Transformer out in her end too. The whole town here was down, guys. The internet connection, the one people with Cogeco, that cable company, all the telephones were down. So Darla was upset and said, "I'm sorry, I won't be able to be there as a mod." I said, "No problem. What happened?" She said, "Transformer blew out." And yeah, no matter what the reason, well, now we know why. So, ladies and gents, I love you guys. Thank you so much to the X platform, the Rumble platform. Thanks for going over to Rumble, taking the time to subscribe maybe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for the amazing, generous contributions, you guys. I love you all so much. I'll be back on at 8 o'clock Eastern time. Right now, where I am, it's 2:53. We'll be back on for me at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Montreal time, and we'll look in the news to see if there's anything new out in the open with, our friend Tim Burchett, Paula Luna, or Ross Coulthart. We're waiting for over 50 whistleblowers. Bye for now, guys.